Cedar Park, Texas, home of the greatest pro wiffle ball tournament in the country, the Fast Plastic NCT. As the calendar pages flipped over to October, teams from all over the nation began preparing themselves for this third national tournament in this new era of Fast Plastic. It would all begin on Saturday, October 12th, when the best of the best began the arduous battle to crown the Fast Plastic National Champions. After a strenuous pool play featuring sub-50 degree weather in the morning and blistering heat during the day, the bracket was narrowed down to the Elite 8 who would play in Saturday night's Death Pool. Win and you advance to the Final Four on Sunday. Lose and you wait an entire year for another shot at wiffle ball glory. These outstanding 8 teams would fight it out till past midnight. After the smoke settled, we had our Final Four matchups. The stage was set for a fantastic championship Sunday, starting with the number 1 seed and the 2018 runner-up Phenoms taking on the dark horse legends of Wiff. On the adjacent field, the 2-time defending national champions C4 versus the grizzled veteran squad of Remember the Name. 4 great teams, only 2 of them will make it to the championship finale. Let's get right into game 1. Going into this matchup, the big question was, would Jimmy Flynn be able to silence the Phenoms' bats, which had been fiery hot all tournament? While he was able to work out of a jam in the top of the first, thanks to an equally impressive and controversial play by Dan Haverty, the Phenoms would eventually do what they had done all tournament, and that was crush the ball. Spearheaded by a bases clearing triple in the second by Toast, the Phenoms would go on to score 6 runs, all with 2 outs. The Legends would threaten all game, however, the only hit they would put up was a sharply hit single by Dan Haverty. Besides that hit, all their runners came on walks, and they could never get that big hit to drive them in, as Toast would bear down and work out of trouble 3 innings in a row. Entering the bottom of the third, Flynn looked visibly shaken on the rubber. After giving up a walk, he left a flat riser right down the pike, and Pagano would not miss it, putting the Phenoms 2 runs away from a mercy rule. Pagano would not waste any time, coming up in his next at-bat once again with a runner on, and he would hit his 3rd home run of the day to end a dominating hitting performance to advance the Phenoms to the championship. Now, on the opposing end of the bracket, ladies and gentlemen, we had one for the ages between the defending champions C4 and Remember the Name. Pick it up in the top of the second, DNAP would hit a shot heard by everyone at the park with a blast to right field. This, however, was not the last Steffi was to hear from DNAP. Later on that inning, after a wild pitch to put runners in scoring position, DNAP would come through again with an RBI single and again in the third with another bomb. C4 would rally with an RBI triple from Steffi, but once again, DNAP was right there to get that run back with his 3rd home run of the day, making the score 4-1, Remember the Name on top. Dan Whitener would battle through C4's lineup with relative ease, but facing that murderer's row of hitters, it was a matter of time before they got dialed in at the plate. Steffi would open up the bottom of the 5th with an RBI triple. Next, Norris would bring in that runner with a double of his own, and so, with their once vast lead reduced to a single run, Remember the Name would face the critical point of the game. Bases loaded with no outs, and after a team meeting would decide to pull their ace Dan Whitener for the veteran arm of Matty Griffin. Matty Griffin, longtime wiffle warrior and prior fast pitch national champion, would have to get 3 perfect outs in order to keep his team ahead going into the final inning. Steffi was the first hitter up, and Griffin would throw a spectacular drop curve to induce a double play ball. Now with 2 outs, Kevin Norris would come to the plate to face Griff. With 2 outs, this single would bring in both runners to give C4 their first lead of the game, 5-4. Although they did get out of that inning with a ground ball from Packer, the damage had already been done. Down to their last 3 outs, Steffi would throw 2 Ks and then walk DNAP, putting the go-ahead run on first with Matty Griffin coming up to bat, trying to keep his team's hopes of a national championship alive. With that strikeout, the stage was set for the 2019 Fast Plastic National Championship. Phenoms once again trying to take down C4 in the biggest game of the year. This has been a Wiffle Statement Recap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did and you would like to see more, please drop a like and subscribe. Also, please be sure to check out Fast Plastic. All the links for that are in the description. Also, on the Fast Plastic YouTube channel, you can see the full versions of these games made by myself and Will Marshall. That's all I've got for you fellas today. Get out there and play some Wiff. Goodbye.